Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Weekly Weird News that will most likely get demonetized.
Yeah, politics in this country has gotten a whole lot dumber and weirder over the last couple of years, and over the weekend that became even more the case when a candidate for the U.S. House of Representatives accused her opponent on Twitter of jacking off to Sasquatch porn. So that's one hell of an accusation, and on its face, sounds like bullshit. But no, candidate Leslie Cockburn provided proof.
Great name who accuses someone of looking at Sasquatch porn. It was a real cockburn when she accused me of that.
Yeah, and it's not like she went digging through this guy's life. She obtained this proof by simply looking at his publicly visible Instagram.
Yeah.
Of her opponent, Denver Wriggleman, another great name. The names here are great.
I would love to see the banners around town. Cockburn, are you going for Cockburn or Wriggleman? He can wriggle himself out of anything.
So you see it right there. There he is, Sasquatch. He's got his ripped abs and pecs. An absolutely massive dong. Caption says, cover art for hashtag mating habits of Bigfoot almost complete. I hide nothing in this magnificent tome. Don't erase the censor box.
So he's writing a book and he's calling it a magnificent tome?
Yeah.
Cool. Cockburn, we are fucking juvenile. Tweeted out the screenshot of that with the caption, my opponent, Denver Wriggleman, running mate of Corey Stewart, was caught on camera campaigning with a white supremacist. Now he has been exposed as a devotee of Bigfoot erotica. If you can't get him on one thing, get him on another. This is not what we need on Capitol Hill. And suddenly the 2018 race for the 5th District of Virginia is no longer just one of hundreds of elections happening this November. It's the one with the guy who likes drawing Bigfoot's dick.
And look, it's entirely possible that Denver Wriggleman, candidate for the U.S. House of Representatives, is not in fact sexually attracted to Bigfoot's massive dong, but rather simply likes to sexually roleplay as a well-hung Bigfoot. At least that's one interpretation of another one of Wriggleman's old Instagram posts that Leslie Cockburn dug up and posted to Twitter. This picture, featuring Wriggleman's head superimposed over a drawing of Sasquatch with a huge black bar covering his gargantuan penis, features the caption, my buddies thought this pic was fitting for my birthday next week and to celebrate my new book release in about a month or two, Mating Habits of Bigfoot and Why Women Want Him. The title keeps getting longer.
Well, luckily he's in a part of the country where they actually refer to the Sasquatch as Bigfoot. Not in Florida, it's called the skunk ape.
Well, actually,
way less desirable.
Actually, Riggy, the skunk ape is a distinct species from the Bigfoot.
Oh, okay.
It's a Florida-specific one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Distant relative of the traditional Sasquatch.
Yeah. It's like what do they call it up north? It's like, is it a Yeti?
The Yeti's like the Himalayas.
Okay. Well, anyways, he's talking about Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Now, so that's two separate instances of a candidate for the U.S. House of Representatives publicly sharing pictures of Bigfoot featuring giant censor bars over Bigfoot's presumably massive, throbbing dick, including one in which he himself is the big-dicked Bigfoot. Just call it Big Dick.
Yeah.
You guys seen that Sasquatch Big Dick?
You know what they say? Bigfoot, big dick.
Yeah. Well, this could use some clarification. So luckily, Wriggleman was, of course, asked about this whole sexy Bigfoot thing, and he told local Charlottesville newspaper, The Daily Progress, that the whole thing's just an inside joke between him and a bunch of old military buddies. Which seems plausible, but in another interview with conservative online TV network CRTV, it's pretty clear that Wriggleman is actually genuinely really fucking interested in Bigfoot.
Yeah, this is a weird interview. Even the CRTV guy interviewing who's presumably on his side, begins the interview mentioning that the first time he met Wriggleman spent an hour telling him about Bigfoot, which the reporter found really weird.
Did he mention his dick size?
No. Wriggleman laughs and then immediately launches into excitedly talking about Bigfoot.
Okay.
Here's what he said. Listen, I love to pander to Bigfoot voters, but we're going to talk about him right now. I'm skeptical, but there's almost like this religious war between Bigfoot believers. The BEs, I came up with this myself, the biological entity believers, who believe that Bigfoot's either descended from Gigantopithecus blacki, which is the big ape, or Homo erectus, which is, it's a man, baby. So, you have these different ones, and even they hate each other because, Bigfoot can attack you with infrasound like an elephant. I'm just gonna let you know. Or psychic terror vibes, right? To make you run through the woods and crash into a tree so they can drag you into the woods and create baby Bigfoots.
Huh. That's interesting. It's a lot I didn't know about Bigfoot, all wrapped up there in a nice little package. Can't wait for the book.
And he's not done.
Well, yeah, he continued. And then you have the people who believe in the mystical Bigfoot, or the Quaventa lore. Side note, we have no idea what the fuck that is, or even how it's spelled. There were 0 Google results for every spelling we tried. So whatever. You have the people who believe in the mystical Bigfoot or the Quaventa lore, who's protecting us from the Dracos in the 264 million year war. And they're like interdimensional long jumpers. They can jump in and out. You can't see them. But then you have the Magic Man theory, which is sort of the Native American mythology, that he can take you with his eyes and lead you into the woods. It's the protector of the environment. And then you have the interstellar theory, which UFOs are like a Bigfoot hitchhiker, right? They drop him off, he's here like, hey, what's going on? And he can beam up or down so you can't kill him. So you have all these Bigfoot belief systems, and I just found it incredible that they actually believe this. And I think that I love the fact that I'm fighting for the freedom to people that I fought for, that freedom that you can believe in any type of Bigfoot that you want. You know, what is the true Bigfoot? Interesting how he admits that the Earth is more than 5,000 years old, which is good.
Yeah.
Very progressive.
You know, he's skeptical. Maybe there's Bigfoot, maybe there's not.
Maybe there's 7 Bigfoots.
But, you know, just in case there is, let's spend a bunch of time and energy researching everything about Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's like when Hillary Clinton forgot to campaign in Wisconsin. Same thing.
Yeah.
Like if I miss all these Bigfoot voters, I'm doing myself a disservice.
Later in the interview, he talks about how at one point he was writing a novel whose premise was that JFK was assassinated because he got too close to the truth about Bigfoot. And then he describes surprising his wife with a trip into the woods with night vision goggles to hunt for Bigfoot on their wedding anniversary, which she was not very happy about. Weird. So, okay then, that settles that. Denver Riggleman is not sexually attracted to Bigfoot. He's not even sure Bigfoot exists. He's skeptical. He just happens to be extremely, abnormally interested in Bigfoot. Nothing sexual. Oh, also, that interview was shot at the distillery that Riggleman owns, which is called Silverback Distillery, named after the gorilla.
I think that there's a lot of things pointing here to him having some kind of sexual attraction to large beasts, large hairy beasts.
Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Also, in addition to the mating habits of Bigfoot book that is still apparently a work in progress and not porn, guys.
It's anime, not hentai. God, there's differences.
In addition to that book, Riggleman has a previous book available on Amazon called Bigfoot Exterminators Incorporated, the partially cautionary, mostly true tale of Monster Hunt 2006.
A worldwide event that everyone was completely just flabbergasted by. What are they gonna find this time? They probably found nothing.
Yeah, still nothing.
We caught something, but it was just a bear. Also, we killed it illegally. Whoops.
Well, you never know. It could have been Bigfoot.
You can't really tell.
Yeah.
That's why the Florida one's great, because we grew up with that lore, and it was like, oh, well, you would smell it coming.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that you would ever mistake it for a bear, unless it was a real stinky bear. A bear with Crohn's.
Oh, God. Do bears get diarrhea? Because that's got to be just the
for sure
worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Just a fire hose of liquid shit.
Anyways, honestly, if he weren't trying to be a U.S. congressman, we'd think this old weirdo was actually pretty cool. Just a chill baby boomer who makes gorilla whiskey, likes talking about Bigfoot and posting sexy pics of big-dicked Sasquatch on his Instagram because he doesn't give a fuck. He is, however, running for Congress and has some questionable ties to some very shitty people like neo-Confederate Corey Stewart, who's running alongside him for U.S. Senate. Stewart is weirdly obsessed with preserving Southern heritage like the Confederate battle flag and Confederate monuments, despite being originally from Minnesota, and once called literal white supremacist Paul Nehlen a personal hero. Riggleman has also been seen campaigning with literal white nationalist Isaac Smith, though Riggleman claims he didn't know about that, and Smith was just some kid who happened to be helping out his campaign. Whoops.
Oh, I didn't know he was a white nationalist. He was just like, you know, he was just around the campaign volunteering for us.
He was buying us coffee.
Being close enough to me that he appears in various photos with me. I didn't ask, am I supposed to ask everyone, are you in favor of a white ethno-state? We'd never get anything done.
But I bet he asked everyone about Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Hey, so are you a believer? Which one do you believe in? The interstellar Bigfoot?
I believe in the Magic Man theory. So yeah, the whole associating with racist angle, probably more relevant to the conversation around this election than Riggleman's bizarre obsession with Bigfoot, but the Bigfoot thing is still pretty fucking strange. Don't kink shame though. Yeah, that's a conversation happening around all this as well, which, okay, fine.
It's the liberals complaining about the kink shaming, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Hey!
Look, not kink shaming, it's just that the very concept of Bigfoot erotica didn't even occur to most people until one U.S. congressional candidate accused another U.S. congressional candidate of being into it.
I don't know, this racist stuff really isn't sticking. What else you got? Well, he's actually sexually aroused by Bigfoot. Nice. I mean, you got to market to the American people. They love weird shit.
Now, whether Riggleman's interest in Bigfoot actually extends into sexual territory, that's anyone's guess. And, it's a personal matter.
It's a choice.
But regardless, Bigfoot erotica does exist because, as Rule 34 states, if it exists, there's porn of it.
And there certainly is. Most of it of the shitty DeviantArt variety. I won't let you take a hit on DeviantArt. There's some quality stuff on that website, including quality hentai and erotica.
It's art. It might be a little deviant, but it's art.
Now, of course, we can't really actually show much of it at all, or maybe any of it, because YouTube is notorious for kink shaming. They kink shame perfectly normal behaviors, like jacking it to Sasquatch porn.
God, what a bunch of Puritans.
It's not just pictures, though.
Yeah, sorry, YouTube, people jack it to Bigfoot.
And not just the pictures either.
Get used to it.
Because there's not just pictures, there's also a ton of written Bigfoot erotica. And a few years back, a brave BuzzFeed writer read 7 of the most popular Bigfoot erotica books available on Amazon's Kindle store. One of them, Come for Bigfoot, is actually a 16-book series that reportedly earns its author $30,000 a month in Kindle revenue. So there's definitely an audience for this sort of thing, which may or may not include U.S. congressional candidate Denver Riggleman.
$30,000, I need to be writing some weird fucking kinky niche shit.
We gotta
like
come
this.
together and write an erotica.
Yeah.
YouTube erotica.
There's also Boffing Bigfoot, which in our opinion features the best cover art graphic design of the entire genre. It's got a little CGI Sasquatch smoking a tiny cigarette, presumably after sex, while leering at a model who now probably regrets allowing her image to be used as a stock photo.
Yeah.
Conversely, Bigfoot Did Me From Behind, and I liked it, features absolutely no cover imagery because with a title like that, you don't need it. And finally, there's of course the sub-genre of gay Bigfoot erotica, as seen in the book Bigfoot's Gay, Monstrous Gay Erotica by author Candy Banger. So
I would say it's not a real name, but so far, I mean, the names in this story are
it's
wild.
a nom de plume.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rule 34 here also, of course, extends into video, and Pornhub, they never miss an opportunity to come out
their
with
marketing
some-
team is on point.
Yeah, they said in a blog post that searches for Bigfoot porn on their site jumped over 8,000% following the news that U.S. congressional candidate Denver Riggleman may or may not be into Bigfoot porn.
Well, now I gotta check it out and see what this is all about. Maybe
Yeah.
he's on to something.
This might be the fetish I need.
Yeah.
The sad truth, however, and I checked, is that most of what you find when you go to Pornhub and search Bigfoot is foot fetish shit, featuring really big women's feet and no Sasquatches.
Damn. Well, anyways, at the end of the day, it's up to the voters of Virginia's 5th District to decide whether to elect a guy who, at the very least, is way more interested in Bigfoot than pretty much anything else, or Olivia Wilde's mom. Because, yeah, we forgot to mention that Leslie Cockburn is the mother of Olivia Wilde. Real name, Olivia Cockburn. And that's not even close to being the weirdest part of this story. Anyways, let's take a look at some of the week's weirdest headlines.
Yeah, vandals untie Betsy DeVos's $40 million yacht from dock, causing $10,000 in damages.
$10,000 in damages to a $40 million yacht is
Yeah,
like
that's just like maintenance.
What did like one of the tie-offs break away or? Oh no! When they were undocking it, they spilled a soda on my hardwood.
Yeah, it drifted and then it crashed into the dock or something. Oh, $10,000 in damage on your $40 million yacht. The real story here, though, is that Betsy DeVos owns 10 yachts.
Wow.
She keeps like a different one. She's up in Michigan, so they got all those Great Lakes up there, the
Yeah.
greatest lakes.
They're the best
and
lakes.
she's got yachts in every lake, as well as a few smaller. Like anywhere, if she just happens to be going to any lake within like 100 miles, she's got a yacht there waiting for her.
Well, that's what happens when you marry the man who's responsible for Amway, or his parents at least. I think he inherited it.
Now her
brother is the one from Blackwater.
a real great family. Yeah, I think her parents. I don't know.
It's a crazy aristocratic mess.
It is
in the DeVos house.
which is especially weird because the state of Michigan not really known for having a lot of money,
Yeah.
and yet the
Also-
DeVos family doing pretty well.
This is the person in charge of the Department of Education.
Yeah, very in touch with the needs of working families.
Yeah.
A
Who
woman
can't afford private school.
A woman who has never sent children to a public school in her life. It's just
She should sell one yacht and open up a bunch of LeBron-style schools.
she earned that yacht, Ricky.
Oh. Okay.
Cool it, Karl Marx. If she wants 10 yachts, Betsy can have 10 yachts.
It's America, baby.
Why don't you pull yourself up by your bootstraps, commie? Also, I just don't feel bad for this woman. Like, oh no, one of my yachts got damaged. Like, I don't condone, like, vandalism, but also I don't feel bad for you.
It's a little hard to sympathize.
Yeah, I have literally zero sympathy for this at all. I feel bad for the crew who had to, like, probably get yelled at and deal with all of this, but I don't feel bad for Betsy DeVos. Fuck her.
Alex Jones's attorneys argue that no reasonable person would believe what he says. And as a side note to this, he then went on to, like, claim that no, what he does is entirely serious once he was on the stand.
Yeah, he's
Because I think he was worried that, like, his viewers would hear that.
But this is like a repeat of his custody case where he's just like, oh yeah, I'm playing a character. And then afterwards he's like, no, I didn't say that. I'm completely for real out here. Yeah, so he's being,
It'd be great if he called his attorney a liar. Like, you liar!
he's being sued in 2 lawsuits right now. One of them is a parent of a child who was murdered at Sandy Hook. You know, a very traumatic thing to go through, who then had to deal with, like, getting death threats on the phone because Alex Jones told his viewers that these people were all crisis actors working for the deep state. So, pretty good case there. And, God, what's the other one? It's, I don't know, someone else who got, you know, oh, it's someone who, when the Parkland shooting happened, this was more recent, when the Parkland shooting happened, on InfoWars, they were like, here's the shooter, but it wasn't actually the shooter. And of course, that guy, you know, having his name and photo all over the internet, not great. No. So, yeah.
I mean, it's very clear that if his lawyer went up and said this, that no reasonable person would believe him, and then he went up on the stand and said that no, this is all legit, that his lawyer would instantly be like, you see, insanity defense. The man is clearly insane. And I think we can all agree on that.
I really, it's one of the biggest questions at the heart of all this is, like, does Alex Jones really believe in all this? And according to the author, John Ronson, who, one of his first books, he went around with Alex Jones early in his career, just, like, followed him around. He has said multiple times, like, Alex believes everything he said.
I feel like he started it all out as, like, something that he really believed. He enjoyed going through these conspiracy theories. He actually probably thought that there was, like, some kind of, like, government shift to try to do certain things. Yeah. But then, like, the crazier he went, the more money he was getting. So I think it just
he has no reason to slow down. That's for sure.
Yeah, until this lawsuit.
Yeah.
But it is I think a pretty clear case of just believing your own bullshit after a while because it's monetarily satisfying to you.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
Here's one from Britain. Drunk whacked penis on women's car, then did poo in the street as they sat and ate chips.
It's just sad for everyone.
Yeah. These 2 ladies, they were sitting in their car eating chips, which are apparently fries.
Yeah, they're fries.
And then this drunk man walked up and started, like, whacking his dick against the car. And they were like, get away, get your dick away.
Oh, that didn't turn you on?
Yeah.
Well,
like,
here,
how about
check
now?
this out. I play by my own rules. Well, I don't know how drunk you have to be to do that, but it's probably pretty drunk.
I don't know, 2 or 3 wine coolers.
A couple of Pim's cups and you're good to go. A couple of Bartles and James. Next thing you know, I'm shitting in the street. Anyways, CDC urging people to stop reusing and washing condoms, which, yeah, obviously, like, this
Stop! Why would you start?
This is like the fact that, like, I mean, I can only base it on my education, which was not great in a Florida school, but sexual education, almost non-existent.
Does LeBron's school have
I'm
robust
sure it does.
sex ed?
The sexual education that I received in high school and middle school was on par with those, like, once every 2 years seminars you have to do with HR to talk about like HR violations, where it's like, we all don't want to be here, but we got to go through it because it's mandated.
Yeah.
It was just like that, where it's like, all right, we're taking 3 days out of the entire school year to let you know that putting your dick in a vagina will result in babies most of the time.
Yeah. Mine was even worse than that. It was pretty, like, it was actually pretty thorough, but it was all done from a, like, extremely Christian perspective.
Oh.
So condoms, of course,
Never came into the equation?
Not going to come into the equation, and it's more about how, like, how sex is the most dangerous thing you can do, and, like, is a sin, and yeah.
But you can wash the sin out, apparently. That's what these people think. But no,
Yeah,
it should
it's
be
so
common.
fucking
It should be
gross.
common sense that condoms not as effective. Not as effective.
Like, what are they doing? Are they turning them inside out? Like, oh, it's two sides, you know? Laundry day.
Just gotta drip the jizz off and give it a quick run.
And they're not that expensive.
No, you can get them for free at Planned Parenthood until we cut back all the funding.
Yeah, I know when you're young, it can be like
Embarrassing.
to
Well, now
go-
we have Amazon.
Yeah, you can order like 100 condoms in
Yeah.
a big old bag.
Pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Or just go down to Planned Parenthood, where you shouldn't be embarrassed.
Walk
'cause
through
everyone,
the picket line,
Yeah.
get blood thrown at you.
Yeah, and then they'll just give you condoms for free.
Yeah,
instead
because
of washing
they're
or using them.
they're an organization who is
Picking up the slack.
trying to prevent unplanned pregnancies so that there are fewer abortions.
Yeah. There's also
Weird
many
how
other
that works.
services they offer that
Yeah.
aren't abortions that are very important.
Including men's health.
Yes.
Because men get STDs too.
Yes.
And need to get their dicks looked at sometimes.
Just washed under the sink like the condom, though. Listen, just go to get some condoms, okay? Stop
Yeah,
reusing.
don't reuse them. God damn. Ugh. God. How does that get you?
It's got to be like uncomfortable for everyone using a pre-used condom.
you have a condom? Yeah, let me go
Hold on.
dig around in the trash.
Let me go check the dishwasher.
Why are you running the faucet over there?
Go check the dishwasher.
All right, just dump out the old cum. Why does it smell
Rank.
like fucking death in here? Don't worry about it.
No, I tested it. I filled it with water and there were no leaks. It's fine.
Scientists say they revived 42,000-year-old frozen worms, which is like basically how a horror movie starts.
Yeah.
Isn't this like the thing?
Yeah.
They're drilling in the ice.
Could be the beginning to Tremors too.
Yeah,
Once they reach the
what
Southwest.
are you doing?
Sounds like a bad idea.
They did it in a lab, so as long as those,
Oh, what could go
prehistoric,
wrong?
yeah. Oh, whoops. And it's a lab in Russia. So it's hey, cool. You revived these worms, and they're probably like,
The fuck?
what the fuck is going on?
the fuck is the internet?
But like, maybe just kill them now. Like you did it. They're back. Throw them in the trash.
We brought these worms back to life to kill them. Finally, fresh air. They stole a shark and a baby stroller and briefly got away with it. And people were hitting us up being like, is this a cool crime? No.
No.
This is not a cool crime.
No, it's a really dumb crime.
And terrible for the shark.
So the guy is claiming now that he did it as like a animal rights activist, but it makes no fucking sense because he took a shark out of its tank, put it in a stroller where it was like gasping for breath, drove it home, and like you're like, oh, you're an animal rights person, you were gonna put it back in the ocean, right? No, this is in San Antonio. He took it home and he just wanted to keep it for himself in his like ridiculous home like aquarium.
That's his excuse is bullshit then.
If
If he has a home aquarium, he's going against the exact thing that he has in his house. Like,
Yeah.
they shouldn't be keeping animals like this locked up in what are basically cages. By the way, I'm taking it home to put it in my animal cage.
Yeah. Also, like the type of shark that it was is like the most common shark in the Pacific Ocean. Like you literally just go out there with a net and you'll catch a bunch.
Regardless of that, it's like a person who has a fucking cage in their backyard and they're like, I need to go free a lion from the zoo
and bring
put
it to
him in my cage
Yeah.
where it can be taken care of.
There. Surely
Away from experts.
Surely I will do a better job caring for this wild animal than people whose entire life is devoted
Well,
to
they got
that
the
pet.
shark back and it's alive, right?
The shark's fine. I think they were worried about it for a while because like the guy's a fucking idiot and like he like added bleach to its tank on accident or something and like it was not doing well. But the shark is
You
gonna
have
be
to
fine.
Especially in a home aquarium, it's a very, very subtle ecosystem.
Yeah, any one thing is off and the
Yeah.
whole thing goes bad.
Well, thank God for the fucking shark being alive.
Also, like the video of it, it's like, it's such a bold crime. Like, they are surrounded by other people. Like, this is just like an open air, it's like the part of the aquarium where you can like pet the rays and the sharks if you want. I don't know why you would, but like,
I've done it.
he just reaches in there and grabs it. And there's like other people around. He just like puts it in the stroller.
He
and
must
they
work
go
here.
away. And like immediately the staff is like, what the fuck are you doing? And they chase him out. And then the guy threw his shark, he threw the stolen shark into the van and drove away. But he was there with two friends. He left them behind. So they were detained by the cops.
Just like Ryan Lochte. No, like here's the crazy thing though, is like when you commit a crime that's so abnormal, it takes people, I'd say, a good long while to figure out what, because I guarantee you there's at least a moment where they're like going, this is not. No one would do this. The confusion allows the getaway.
The whole reason the tank is open air is because why would someone steal a shark?
It's crazy. That's a crime that it literally happened because people were like, why would this happen?
He cased the place beforehand too. He showed up like pretending to be a representative from like some supply company. And he's like, oh, actually that salt we gave you for the tank, it's a bad batch, so why don't you take me back to
bad batch of salt.
Yeah. So he like cased the place. Like it's
why?
He put all this work into this crime that was just the dumbest fucking thing in the world. And he was caught immediately.
We gotta move on.
I'm not gonna leave my friends behind. Surely they won't tell. They're not snitches.
They'll never flip on me. No, here's his address.
Spaghetti stealing bear breaks up lunch, alters Israeli girl's career plans.
So now she's gonna what? Like learn how to take care of bears?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I just love the fact that the bear stole their spaghetti.
Well, bears, they'll steal whatever.
Well, that bear's been holding a grudge since that Three Little Bears video from like 1920.
I'm getting my spaghetti back.
There it is.
Yeah, he finally found it.
These people, they were from Israel. They're living in Canada for a while.
Mr. Bear, why are you doing that?
This bear like walked right up to them, and they were like, "Oh, that's crazy." But they just like assumed it was like a normal thing in Canada. They're like, oh yeah, everyone has a story where like a bear walks right up to you and steals your food, right? And everyone's like, no. No,
this isn't Yogi.
Maryland man tries to bribe officers with donuts.
What was the crime?
This guy was seen, walking along a street, like peeking into a bunch of parked cars. So they were like, hey, what are you doing? And then he tried to run away. And then, they got him down. He's like, hey man, I work at Krispy Kreme. I'll hook you up.
Good cops love donuts, right?
Didn't work.
I mean, if he didn't commit a crime, then yeah, take the donuts. Free donuts.
Well, it's bribery and it's
Oh, bribery's a crime now?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
it is.
Whoa, okay. Thought this was America.
I mean, bribery is totally fine if you're like a lobbyist trying to advance a certain agenda in politics.
Yeah.
Then it's fine because you're donating money.
Yeah.
But, bribing a cop with donuts, no. Lock him up.
Google says it will stop Android phones from suggesting my face when users type sit on.
Isn't it predictive text though?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like one of those Tay situations where it only learned because the user.
I learned it from you, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't tested this myself, but I will say, Google's. I love Android, but their autocomplete is fucking worthless. Like the one on the iPhones is pretty good.
Yeah.
It pretty accurate, predicting what I'm gonna say next. The Google one, it's like they're not even things that make sense.
Let me see here.
Yeah, try it.
Oh, okay, here it is. It says, sit on my face, sexy Bigfoot. Oh, weird.
I've never typed that. What?
Where did that come from?
That's weird.
Well,
must be a glitch. Let's submit a bug report.
Yeah, we're gonna probably have to get a new phone or something. Anyways.
Pennsylvania teacher investigated for moonlighting as Nazi pro wrestler.
I'm gonna assume this is a heel. And not that he was an actual...
He's a heel, but a heel with more fans than I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, a heel like where maybe he's based in reality, maybe not, but the fans of the heel really speaks to the volume of their character.
Yeah.
Just love that guy. He's got a lot of crazy opinions, but...
And it's like, teacher moonlighting as a wrestler, like, that's cool. It's like one of those like rumors in school, like, I heard he's actually a wrestler. Like, that's awesome. Teacher moonlighting as a Nazi-themed wrestler
not as cool.
Loses most of the coolness. Not a crime, and it's not cool.
Yeah. Obese tourists crippling donkeys on Greek island, activists claim. Yeah, it's the pictures are disturbing.
Yeah, they're fucking killing these fat Americans. You know they're American. They don't say it.
There's a lot of fat Europeans too.
Nah, they're always walking.
Yeah.
And they cook with
this
olive
is
oil.
Santorini, right?
Yeah.
I hope they get the problem fixed. That's where I'm going for my honeymoon.
Yeah, those the donkeys, you're not just riding the donkeys, they're climbing hills with these fucking things.
Well, yeah, and like I looked into the article and it was like they can only carry the load, which is like it's like half or a third of what they're putting on top of them.
And they're already pretty small.
Yeah.
They said they've already started like crossbreeding them with like bigger
no, just
donkeys
stop
or some shit.
having fat people ride them.
Yeah, that seems, but like, it's a very touchy subject. Like, sir, you are Hey, why don't you stand on the scale before you get on the donkey?
We'll measure you when you get off, and then you'll get a discount on your donkey ride if you've lost weight.
Yeah.
Just like Claim Jumper.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
Nope.
Damn snowflakes told him you couldn't weigh our kids, and
I don't get a discount at Claim Jumper.
Oh, that's a big boy. His meal's gonna cost extra. What? Why did the man say that, Dad? It's fine. You're just big bone. No, sir, he is a big boy. And his meal is gonna cost more than a regular sized kid.
This is a real thing. You can look it up. Claim Jumper, the restaurant used to do
but
it.
they stopped doing it because the damn SJWs.
Serial high school track pooper has resigned as superintendent.
Which took way longer than you would have assumed.
Really dug his feet into the ground.
He held his ground for 2 months.
Yeah.
Some presumably very awkward days at the office.
Well, it's like just in time for the new school year too, so it's probably like, all right, we've all had fun. It's really time for you to step down now. The school year's about to start.
I mean, his coworkers probably don't mind it at all. The bathroom never smells like shit because he doesn't use it.
There you go. Couldn't be me.
Yeah.
I took a shit on the way in. Mm-hmm. There you go. Perfect crime. Not a cool crime.
Not a cool crime. Not at all. Stinky crime.
Anyways, that's it for Weekly Weird News this week. Be sure to check out our other episodes over here. And be sure to, if you're listening to this on a podcast app, or you have just discovered that we're doing this as a podcast as well now, an audio-only version, search it on your favorite app, Weekly Weird News. If you are listening there, be sure to give it a good rating so more people can find it.
5 stars.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.